Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. We're back. Your boy's been sick, but we're back. And we're back with a big night. We are going to be busy tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go over the Rekieta. Holy shit. The Rekieta documents. Nick went to court, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and post on Twitter real quick so that everybody knows that we're live. We are live now for the Rekieta court stream. Make sure I've actually got the right link. Got to make sure we got the right link. And that should get it. All right, there we go. Twitter is aware. All right. So we're here tonight. We're here tonight to go over the documents. We're here tonight to talk about Nick's date in court. This is a big fucking deal, man. Oh, this is a huge deal. So when this first went down last week, I was like, okay, I got to read through this. I got to go over this. I got to see what this is all about. Because I'm going to be real with you. Reading this, or well, when I first heard about the stuff that was coming out about this, I was like, fuck, he's going to get away with it, isn't he? I was like, shit. This child neglecting, booger sugar addicted cuck, he's going to get away with it, isn't he? Well, not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast. So, my man, not my man, the topic of many streams on this channel, Nick Rekieta, put in a motion to dismiss this whole thing. And it was based off of April, which, by the way, there's an update on April. She was in court today. We're going to go over April's hearing as well. There was a motion put in by Nick Rekieta to dismiss April's testimony. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. There's some crazy stuff in here. And I'm not going to go through the entire fucking document here. I do have a link to this document in the description box down below if you want to check it out for yourself. You can read the full document, but I am going to give you the important points. I am going to give you the highlights here. All right. I am going to give you the highlights here. So let me... Yeah, I'll give you guys the highlights. All right. So, again, if you want to read the full thing, I'm going to leave a link to it down in the description box down below. All right, so here we go. So, essentially, the highlights of this document are as followed. Nick Rekieta, in this omnibus hearing, and again, this is not the actual trial. All right, this is not the actual trial. This is just the initial hearing, pretty much. But Nick Rekieta is arguing some wild ass shit. Number one, let's talk about the hypocrisy. All right, let's talk about the fucking hypocrisy. Number one, Nick Rekieta has made his YouTube career and his money off of YouTube based off of what? Covering live streams of trials, covering what is going on with cases such as the Johnny Depp trial, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. And this motherfucker in this fucking document is trying to tell people, is trying to tell the court, it is a violation and it is doing a great disservice to the justice system by having my trial streamed, by having my trial televised, by having the public to be able to witness my trial. This does great damage to the legal system, blah, 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 blah. And this is, again, like, dude, you can't make this shit up. This guy made his entire, yo, what's up, failure? How you doing? What's good? This dude made his entire fucking career off of live streaming trials, off of covering trials. That's what his entire YouTube career is based on. That's what he got big off of. And now he's trying to come out here when it's his ass on trial, when it's his ass being streamed for everybody to see. He's trying to get on here and he's trying to say, no. All of a sudden, it's bad for the fucking justice system. It's bad for the fucking legal process. It's like, Nick, come on. Come on. I mean, I should have searched for the stream, but I remember this dude straight up said every single trial should be publicly allowed to be publicly viewed by the public, that people should be allowed to see it, that it should be streamed, that it should be televised. And yet here he is when it's his ass on the line, when it's his ass in court, when it's his ass on trial. All of a sudden he wants to come out and say, well, now it's a detriment to justice. It's a detriment to the legal system. Like, Nick, you fucking hypocrite. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Like, you can't say this shit, man. You cannot say this shit. You cannot make an entire multi-year YouTube, very financially lucrative career off of trials being live streamed and covering these trials. And then when it's your ass on the line, all of a sudden you have some kind of moral issue with it. Are you in? I mean, like, I know you're a coked out drug user, but has it really done that much damage to your fucking brain? Now, of course, that is a rhetorical question, because of course Nick knows this is hypocritical. Of course Nick knows that he's being a hypocrite. He knows all this. He knows all this. But he doesn't care, because people like Nick have no morals. People like Nick don't care about being hypocrites. That's obvious. The man presented himself as this Christian, conservative family man, and then we find out that he's really not. Then when you really look at it, he fucking hates his kids. He fucking hates his life. He fucking feels like he wasted his life by living up as this great church-going, conservative, family value, blah, 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 bullshit. That's how he presented himself. That's how he lived his life. And now he regrets it because Nick Rekieta is having the most insane fucking midlife crisis that I've ever seen in my fucking life. And it's on full display for the entire internet to see. And I just, at this point, like, I just fucking think Nick is tired of fucking living. Not saying he's going to delete himself in Minecraft or anything, but I think he's so done with life because he feels like he wasted it. Dude, you're the one that chose to have kids. You're the one that chose this lifestyle. And now you want to bitch about it? No. That's not how it works, Nick. That's not how it fucking works. You made your choices. Now live with the fucking consequences, Nick. Stop taking it out on everybody. Especially your fucking kids. Little 9-year-old daughter, 8-year-old when this happened, because she had a birthday during all this. Little 8-year-old kid testing positive for cocaine at the same levels as a daily adult user of cocaine. No, Nick, you don't get to do this. You're a grown-ass fucking man. You're a gam. You're a grown-ass man. Take responsibility for your shit, Nick. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So no, Nick Failure says he just knows it'll hurt his YouTube business. Of course, because everything about this guy, it's about him. It's about the business. I mean, this is something I've had to learn the hard way. There are so many people out there that they preach these family values, these Christian morals. But at the end of the day, it's not about Christ. It's about cash. All right? It's not about morals. It's about money. It's about business, as Eric July would say. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They don't. They're hypocrites. They put on a facade. And the sad thing is, a lot of people fucking believe them. A lot of people turn them into idols. That's how these people got so popular in the first place, because they wanted somebody to latch on to. Nick Rekieta, like Eric July, like EVS, like Donald Trump, a lot of people look at these guys as father figures. Daddy wasn't there for me, but Nick Rekieta's there for me. Eric July's there for me. EVS is there for me. Donald Trump is there for me. Love me, Daddy. Guys, if you make idols out of anyone, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. They're never going to love you like you love them. They're not going to fuck you. Daddy's not going to fuck you. I'm sorry. I know in your sick, twisted head, that's your idea of love, is for your surrogate father, your surrogate internet daddy to fuck you. But it's never going to happen. The closest you're going to get to that is when they go to jail or they go bankrupt or they're run off the fucking internet. The closest you're going to get to them fucking you is when they step off the public stage, them sticking both of their middle fingers into the air and saying, fuck you. That's the closest you're ever going to get. Exactly. Failure's got it right. She's just not that into you. Stop making these people your fucking idols. They're human fucking beings. I mean, good God, man. They're human beings. That's what they are. But no, you made them into your leaders. You thought they were leading you into battle in this quote-unquote culture war, whatever the fuck that means anymore. You thought they were leading you into battle. You didn't realize they were leading you off a fucking cliff. But you still followed anyways, and you'll still follow them off that cliff. And that cliff, the edge of that cliff leads right into the pits of hell. And you will still follow them because the truth is just too painful. You'd rather follow them off a cliff to the pits of fucking hell. Because in your mind, that's less painful than admitting the truth, that you got duped, that you got tricked. That's really sad because I can't save you. If you're that far gone, I can't save you. Nobody can save you. All I can do is tell you the facts. I can tell you the truth. And then it's up to you as to whether or not you accept them or you incorporate them into your life. But I can't save you. I can try. But only you. It's like I can reach out my hand to try and save you, but only you can reach back. And many of you won't. Most of you won't. Because you just can't admit that Daddy Rekieta duped you motherfuckers. That's sad. It's too painful to admit you got tricked. That's real sad. Okay. So that's the first thing about this. That's the first thing about this is that Nick is being real fucking hypocritical in trying to get it to where his trial doesn't have to be streamed when that's what he made his entire YouTube career off of. Fuck you, Nick, you hypocritical piece of shit. Number two, the other highlight from these documents, and again, I'm not going to go through the full all the documents because it would take too much time, and we got other stuff we need to get to in this case. But I do have the link to this. The download link for these documents is in the description box down below. So if you want to read them yourself, go right ahead. All right. So number two, the thing that came out about this. Now this right here is some shit, man. This right here is some absolute shit. So the other highlight that came out about this is that Nick Rekieta is trying to get this whole thing dismissed on some of the most lazy arguments imaginable. So number one, he's trying to say that the concern, like the people that were reporting to the police, you know, we're talking about like the Sunday school teacher, we're talking about the pastor, we're talking about the kid's aunt, April's sister, or Kayla's sister, I should say, the kid's aunt. All of these people came out. And who knows how many other people was talking about how the kids haven't been fed. The kids were wearing the same clothes multiple days in a row. They were stinking. All this shit. Clear signs of child neglect. Now, Nick just ignores all of that. And the only person he brings up is Aaron Imholt, the husband of the dude that Nick was, or of the dude, the husband of the chick that Nick was fucking, April. And he says, well, it should be thrown out because, you know, he's not really a concerned citizen. He's not, you know, he's biased, you know, like he's got an agenda here. And it's like, okay, all right. I have never, when it comes to my criticisms of Nick Rekieta, when it comes to this whole case, I have never, and I know Aaron's been out there, you know, saying whatever he wants to say, talking his shit, all right, speaking his truth, if you will. I understand that. But I have never relied on Aaron's testimony and Aaron's word to develop my opinion of Nick Rekieta in this case, because I know that Aaron, being as involved as he is not a reliable fucking source. Obviously, the people that I'm looking at, the pastor, the Sunday school teacher, Kayla's sister, I am much more interested in what they have to say. I cling more to what they have to say. The foundation of my opinion on Nick Rekieta in regards to the situation stems from what they have to say, because they are much more reliable. Number two, you have the CPS agents involved. You have the testimony of the CPS agents. Nick is trying to drag their reputation through the mud. And overall, it's just a very weak argument to try and get this search warrant dismissed. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's also fucking ridiculous because you have to consider that when it comes to a search for drugs, the threshold to get a search warrant in regards to searching for drugs is very fucking low. There is not a lot required to get a search warrant to search a residence for illegal drugs. That threshold is not very high, people. All the police have to do is have a quote unquote reasonable suspicion that there might be illegal drugs in the household. That's it. And based on the testimony, not from Aaron, because again, Aaron is the least reliable witness here, but from the aunt, from the Sunday school teacher, the pastor, other people at Nick's church, the CPS agent, there's enough there to meet that very, very, very low threshold for the search warrant. So Nick's argument as to trying to dismiss this shit is very paper thin. Thinner than the fucking paper this document was written on. Barbara Walker says literally has made $1 million off of trials. I hate Nick and his holier than thou bullshit. Again, Nick's a hypocrite. Most of these people are fucking hypocrites. They care more about money than morals. They care more about cash. They claim to be Christians, but they care more about cash than Christ. I mean, they're hypocrites. They're fucking hypocrites. And yeah, the man made his money off of streaming these trials and commentating on them and being a LawTuber, literally the face of LawTube. And now, when it's his ass on trial, all of a sudden, it's a detriment to justice. It'll damage the legal system. No, Nick, fuck you. No, you don't get to do this. This is some hypocritical shit. You're not going to do this. Fuck you, Nick. If anybody's trial needs to be streamed, it's you. Because you're the one that made this shit popular. You're the one that basically created the current version of LawTube. Fuck you, Nick. Hypocritical bastard, man. All right. So no, him trying to dismiss this shit is fucking ridiculous. Because again, the threshold to acquire a search warrant to search for drugs, it's not very high, folks. It's not very high. Now, there is also the fact that if the police are in the process of executing a search warrant and they see something that is of an illegal nature, even if it does not pertain to the search warrant. So, for example, let's say they're inside of Nick Rekieta's house, right? They're in Nick Rekieta's house. They're in the house to look for drugs, okay? If they find drugs, and they did, again, in previous streams, we've gone over the fucking evidence list. I've still got it on my computer somewhere. I've got all this shit on my computer. But if in the middle of that search warrant, they find fucking illegal drugs, like cocaine, which they did in the Rekieta household, and they also come across firearms, guess what? Those are automatically illegal firearms. If you are in possession of illegal drugs and also in possession of firearms, guess what? Those firearms automatically become illegal firearms. So if they find drugs in the Rekieta's household and then they also find firearms, which they did, now he's in possession of illegal firearms. So if they find something that is illegal, even if it does not pertain to the search warrant, they can still take it in as evidence. It can still be used against him in a court of law. And Nick knows this shit. He's a fucking lawyer. He knows this shit. But Nick is so high off of his own supply, and I don't mean the cocaine, I mean the ego, that he thinks he can get away with this. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else. And he's got a rude awakening coming. He's got a serious rude awakening coming. Now, the next highlight in these documents. So we've gone over the live streaming thing, the hypocrisy on that. We've gone over the ridiculous attempt to dismiss the search warrant. Now we get into the kids. Now this should make your fucking blood boil, what I'm about to talk about. Nick Rekieta, the same Nick Rekieta whose 8-year-old daughter at the time tested positive for having cocaine in her system to the same levels as an adult daily user, that Nick Rekieta is now all of a sudden concerned about his kids and their privacy on the stand. Oh no, we can't go through with this trial because It would put my kids in danger. I don't want my kids' faces getting out there. They're minors. Nick, let me explain something to you. And this is what you have to understand. Number one, the prosecution has such a strong case, they don't have to call the kids up to the stand. It's not fucking necessary. So the prosecution would probably not call the kids to the stand regardless. Number two, even if the kids did get called to the stand, they are legally not allowed to record their testimony. They cannot show the kids on camera. They cannot release the kids' names. So the kids are not going, their privacy, at least as far as the legal system goes, they are not going to ruin the kids' privacies. Now, let's just keep it real. The kids' information is already out there on the internet. Everybody already knows. But if he's really so concerned about the state doing this shit, the state's not going to do it because the state legally can't do it. And Nick knows that because he's a fucking lawyer. So again, this whole argument about, we got to protect the privacy of the kids. The kids' privacy will be protected by the state because they legally cannot record they cannot record them on camera giving their testimony. Now, what they'll probably do is, because I've seen this before, they will pan the camera up to the seal, like the state seal that's in the courtroom, and they'll have that on camera, and you'll hear the kids talking. You'll hear the kids give their testimony, but you'll never see the kid's face because they can't do that to minors. It's fucking illegal. No, and again, the prosecution does not need to call the kids to the stand. It is unfucking necessary. Why? Because the prosecution is going to have access to the fucking body cam footage. They don't need the fucking kids to be called to the stand. And yes, when the trial happens and the body cam footage is released, when it is shown in court, the kids' faces will be blurred out. Because again, they are legally required to do that. The next point on this particular topic, if the kids were to be called to the stand, it would have to be because the defense, Nick's lawyers, would call them to the stand. And if that's the case, again, the prosecution doesn't need to call them to the stand. If Nick Rekieta and Kayla Rekieta has their lawyers call their kids to the stand and put them through this and drag them through the fucking mud that is the fucking justice system. After this motherfucker, his daughter, his 8-year-old daughter, tested positive for cocaine at the same levels of an adult daily user, and then they want to call them on stand and drag them through the fucking mud. Congratulations, Nick and Kayla Rekieta, you win the fucking Parents of the fucking Millennium Award, you fucking dicks. Fuck you. Parents of the fucking Millennium right there, folks. But Nick would do it because, let's be honest here, Nick hates his fucking kids. He regrets they were ever born. I mean, let's just keep it 100. He regrets being a father. He regrets the life that he lives, and he blames his kids for it. Let's just keep that 100. I mean, that's fucking obvious. So would Nick do something like that? Hell yeah. He'll sacrifice his kids. He'll throw them under the bus. He'll traumatize them even further. He doesn't care as long as he saves his own ass. Because in Nick Rekieta's world, Nick doesn't believe in God. Because in Nick Rekieta's world, Nick is fucking God. All right. Let me look at the chat. Unsecured firearms, drugs, and little kids bumps all to felonies, doesn't it? I would assume so. I think that's a safe assumption. Nick is just flailing and scratching because he is a cornered animal. And sometimes you got to put an animal down, man. Let's just keep it real. Like Nick Rekieta, like put the man. I mean, listen, the 8-year-old testing positive for cocaine. You cannot get fucking past that, man. Put this dude under the prison. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Now, the last thing I want to go over is that in his fucking request for a dismissal, Nick Rekieta actually compares himself to Donald fucking Trump. Oh! Oh, no. He actually compared himself and his plight to Donald fucking Trump. You remember what I said about Nick Rekieta being high off of his own fucking stash? We're not talking about cocaine. We're talking about ego. This is what I mean. He actually compared himself to Donald Trump. Nick, buddy, old pal, let me explain something to you. You're not that fucking important. You're not a former president. You're not a guy running for president. You're just not that fucking important, Nick. You're not some martyr for the fucking culture war. No matter what you and EVS and your little ditch and your little bunker fighting the culture war, fighting the good fight, you're not that fucking important, Nick. You're not that fucking important. People want to see your fucking trial. But to compare yourself to Donald Trump, Nick Rekieta, are we serious? Are you that delusional that you would compare your struggle against the government, the man, Uncle Sam, to be equivalent to anything going on with Donald Trump and his legal issues? Maybe you don't belong in prison, Nick. Maybe you need to be in a mental institution. See, that's the thing, folks. If Ronnie Reagan hadn't closed down the mental hospitals, people like Nick Rekieta would be in the mental hospitals, and we wouldn't be dealing with this shit. Holy Jesus, the man actually compared himself to Donald Trump. That is fucking wild. Okay. So that's pretty much the highlights of the document. And again, if you want to read the document for yourself, I have a download link to it in the description box down below. Go check it out. And of course, shout out to Kiwi Farms for bringing this to our attention. That's where I found the document. Kiwi Farms doing the good work. Oh, that was the other thing. Before I move on from this, that was the other thing. Nick Rekieta is calling every single person that's criticizing him, that's attacking him, he's just reverting to the old, well, they're just a bunch of PDF files. They're into cheese pizza, if you get what I'm saying. Oh, dude, calling the right calling people PDF files has become essentially what the left is calling everybody a racist. So you know, like how the left called everybody a racist and a sexist to the point that those words lost their fucking sting, to where everybody was a racist, everybody was a sexist, and it just lost all fucking meaning. Well, the right has done the same thing to PDF file, to where now they just call anybody that disagrees with them a PDF file. Anybody that's different from them, a PDF file. And the insult is starting to lose its sting. Good job, jackass. It's one of the worst fucking things imaginable, and you're causing it to lose its sting. Yeah, good job, jackasses. Real smart. Oh my God, dude. All right, so let's move on to the next topic of discussion in this, because it gets even more insane, bro. It really does. It gets even more fucking insane. So the next thing that we need to talk about is, all right. So let me preface this before I pull this up. So we're still waiting on the body cam footage. Hold on, let me get this comment real quick. That sucks. True PDF files like Vito need to be called out and not listened. Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, it's kind of like when you just use a term or an insult offhand all the time, you don't even think about it. You just make these wild accusations, whether it be sexism, racism, homophobia, calling somebody a PDF file, accusing people of having cheese pizza, all of this stuff. When you just keep throwing it out there, it loses its power. Because you have to think, those are some of the worst accusations you can make of a person. But when you accuse everybody that opposes you of being these things, then all of a sudden, people are less likely to believe that it's true. People just roll their eyes. It's just like, okay, here we go again. And so now you don't know. It makes it more difficult to discern who is the actual racist, who is the actual sexist, who is the actual PDF file. You've just made it more fucking difficult because you're accusing everybody of this shit. And if everybody is guilty of this shit, well, then all of a sudden, who fucking cares? So you've just lessened the impact and the vileness of this shit. Good fucking job, dumbass. Right, it normalizes the behavior. Exactly. All right. Let me get a sip of water real quick, and then I need to preference what I'm about to show you guys. Because this shit's insane, man. What I'm about to show you is fucking disgusting. All right. So we're still waiting for the body cam footage. And at this point, it's probably not going to get released until the trial. Like we'll probably see it at trial. That's probably when it's coming. Oh, what's up, Dragon Man? How you doing? Hop on in, my dude. Hop on in. Actually, hold on. Let me check real quick. I do still have the... Is the invite link still in the chat? I know I had... Yeah. Invite link is still there. All right, good stuff. Yeah, if you want to hop in, man, hop in. I've still got the invite chat. Yeah, there we go. Yo, what's up, man? You're muted. There we go. Yo.
Fam.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, there's something in the background though. Okay, well, while he gets that figured out, let me preference what I'm about to show you guys. So again, we're still waiting on the body footage. Body cam footage is probably going to be released at trial, would be my guess. All right, that's number one. But we do have a photo from inside of Nick Rekieta's house. And let me explain to you why we got this photo. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Nick Rekieta, in order to pay for his legal fees and to pay for this trial, is having to sell his house. Nick Rekieta is being forced to sell his house. Number one, this is a 7,000 square foot house. It's going on the market. I think it was like $450,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. So this house, I mean, it's a fucking mansion. It should be worse. It should be worth more. The fact that it's not tells me that it's probably in terrible fucking condition. It's not been maintained. And the photo I'm about to show you guys is going to be proof of that. This is fucking disgusting. We're getting our first look into Nick Rekieta's house. And if this is any indication, holy fucking shit. I am about to show you the shower of one Nick fucking Rekieta. Are you guys ready for this shit? Are you guys ready for this shit? Look at this. Look at this. Here we go. All right, I'm pulling it up right now. This is fucking nasty. This is going to be fucking disgusting. Here we go. Oh, there it is. That is Nick Rekieta's fucking shower, dog. It looks like a fucking horror show.
Yeah, it does. Look like this thing. Remember the movie The Thing?
Yeah.
That should look like.
This is nasty. So, listen, dog. I don't know what the fuck this is. Is this blood? Did he kill somebody here? Is he performing ritual sacrifices of fucking animals to the Dark Lord Satan? To Lucifer? Is that what's going on here? Or could it just be shit stains? Is he just taking massive diarrhea dumps in his shower all the time? And it has stained the walls, the floor, and whatever the fuck that chair is in the corner. Whatever the fuck that is. Or, and yeah, Willie K is bringing it up right now. The other theory, and I pray to God this is true, is that this is iron, that this is rust, because Minnesota has really hard water. But here's the thing. Even if that's true, and that and that is the best case scenario, if that's the case, the man couldn't get water softener. The man is rich. He is wealthy. He's made a shit ton of money off of YouTube. He couldn't get fucking water softener? You know what that tells me? That tells me that Nick Rekieta is too lazy, is too immature, is too irresponsible to maintain and keep his house clean. What the fuck? This might be, you might be able to pity him if he was poor and his house was in this kind of in this kind of condition. But this is Nick fucking Rekieta. He's not fucking poor, people. It should be very easy for him to pay out money to keep his house cleaned and maintained. What the fuck? So even if it is just iron and rust, that still means that he's not keeping his house maintained. And that speaks to a larger narrative, which is Nick is irresponsible, immature. And again, somebody like that should not have custody of kids, should not be raising kids, because he's still a child himself. This man did not even pay his fucking property taxes. His parents, he's a middle-aged man and his parents had to pay his property taxes. He's got all these speeding tickets. His parents had to pay that shit. man children should not be parents. And that's under the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that they just shit all over the fucking place and it stained everything. All right, let's look at the comments real quick. Allegedly, Stilto Aaron said Nick offered him to buy the house at $350K, which is $100K under the current asking price. Wow. Again, Aaron is hard. I can't rely on his word because he's the least reliable witness. But damn. Hell yeah, it's Rank. He might be, dude, it would not surprise me. With how degenerate he is, it would not surprise me. Yeah. That's best case scenario. But even then, it still speaks to how irresponsible he is.
Yeah, that's a damn shame, man.
That's disgusting, dude. Michael says that looks like he doesn't clean his shower. It's all human filth. It might be. Like, they may have just been taking massive diarrhea shits and not cleaning it up. Why would you even put that pic in the... Dude, just think about it. If this is what his bathroom looks like, and I'm sure he's cleaned the place up since the police searched the place and before he put it out there for sale. I'm sure he cleaned the place up. But before all that, if this is how the bathroom looked, can you imagine how the rest of the fucking house looked? Dude, please, dear God, whether it's at the trial, at some point in my life, I've got to get this fucking body cam footage. Because this is going to be just fucking awful, man. I mean, the vindication is coming. At some point, it's coming. Holy shit. That is fucking... That's fucking... And look at the fucking tweet, man. Look at this shit. Which shower would you rather be in? Nick Rekieta's or Silent Hill? You're really going to put Nick Rekieta up against Silent Hill for horror? For horror, Silent Hill will lose every time. Dude, the fucking bathroom from Silent Hill looks better than Nick Rekieta's bathroom. You could not pay me to shower in this fucking thing, man. This is just, ew. Oh, this is nasty. This is just fucking disgusting, man.
It's vile.
Oh my God, it's... Ugh. Angela says, Nick is living his American beauty dream. Ugh. Silent Hill's B room is ironically less cursed. Dude, I mean, holy shit. Like, that's just a sneak peek of what that fucking house looks like. That is just horrific. That is absolutely horrific. Okay, so the next thing we need to get to, and this will probably be this is really the last update I have on the Nick Rekieta situation. But the next thing we need to get to is that April Imholt, Aaron's wife, Nick Rekieta's whore, his side piece, his side bitch, the girl who may or may not on stream have been sucking him off. Again, we don't know if he was masturbating. We don't know if April was sucking him off. We don't know what happened. But there's a good chance she was sucking him off on stream. All right. April Imholt went to court today. I mean, it was over a Zoom call. But his live-in fleshlight dog. And you know she's there. I mean, we all know that April is still in that fucking house. We know. But, dog, she went to court today. And I haven't had the chance to see this. I haven't watched this yet. So we're going to be watching this live. Shit. Apparently, from what I hear, April, I mean, I don't know if it's in this video or not, but apparently, like, when April was talking to the cops, like, she just straight up, like, just spilled the beans on everything to try and get a plea deal. which we'll see. All right, so let's watch this. We're gonna watch this for the first time together. This just got their eDaddy. Yeah, this just came out today. I have not seen this yet. I just found out about this literally a couple of hours ago. So here we go. We're gonna watch it together for the first time. April Imholt court hearing. Here we go.
This is arraignment. Ms. Imholt, you're charged with one count of possession of controlled substance, a felony violation of Minnesota statute section 152.025, subdivision 2, paragraph 1, and subdivision 4, paragraph B, maximum penalty 5 years imprisonment, a $10,000 fine, or both. Ms. Imholt, you have the right to remain silent and not submit to police interrogation. Anything you say may be used against you in this or any subsequent proceeding. You have the right to counsel in all proceedings, including police lineups and interrogations. You have the right to be represented by an attorney of your own choosing at your own expense. However, if you demonstrate indigence, then attorney will be appointed at public expense. You have the right to communicate with defense counsel, and a continuance will be granted if necessary to permit this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to start over because I wasn't paying attention. I was messing around with the title. So let me start that over. Here we go.
Ms. Imholt, you're charged with one count of possession of controlled substance, a felony violation of Minnesota statute section 152.025, subdivision 2, paragraph 1, and subdivision 4, paragraph B, maximum penalty 5 years imprisonment, a $10,000 fine, or both. Ms. Imholt, you have the right to remain silent and not submit to police interrogation. Anything you say may be used against you in this or any subsequent proceeding. You have the right to counsel in all proceedings, including police lineups and interrogations. You have the right to be represented by an attorney of your own choosing at your own expense. However, if you demonstrate
Wait. Hold up. Is that true? Is this the judge that Nick said that shit about? That Nick said he wanted to drink alcohol out of her vagina? Yo, they're fucked. Yo, she's gonna cook them, man. Exactly. Brutal. They're fucked. Yes, dog. Yo, they are screwed. They are so screwed.
Hey, you can't be serious. For real?
Yes, Nick literally insulted this judge on stream. He said he wanted to the judge, he called her like pussy licker or something. Judge Pussy Licker. Oh my God. She is going to destroy these motherfuckers. Yo, let's go, man.
Oh, wow. And how fitting. He's a lawyer. He's going to be destroyed. That's crazy.
Yo, man. That's some shit. Rip them a new one, lady. More power to you.
Then attorney will be appointed at public expense. You have the right to communicate with defense counsel, and a continuance will be granted if necessary to permit this. You have the right to a trial before the court or a jury. Mr. Gallagher has submitted a certificate of representation. Mr. Gallagher, you've also submitted a motion to dismiss, and it's your motion.
Oh, for the love of... Oh, God. These fucking boomer lawyers. Oh, shit. Dude, it is 2024. How do you fuckers not know how to operate a fucking Zoom call? For the love of God. This shit is not that fucking complicated. What the fuck is happening? Like, I've seen like a number of these fucking these trials over Zoom calls, and they never get this shit right. I'm sorry, but like these fucking old ass motherfucker, like.
Oh shit! Sound like you're prejudiced against the boomers, man. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Dog. Like, do they just stop learning at some point? Like, are they just not able to figure technology out? Are they smooth brain?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
I would say 70% of them, yeah.
Well, he says small town first they have ever had this type of heat on them. Dude, I just don't fucking know. I just don't fucking know. I just don't get these people. But let's see if they fix it. Fix your
And
shit.
as outlined in that
There we
rule, and then
go.
a comment to that rule, if the facts alleged in the complaint do not
Oh, Christ, these people are so fucking frustrating, dude. Oh, come on, people. Get
the
your
second
shit
time it
together.
says she was
There we
located in the
go.
master
Jesus
bedroom.
Christ.
Third time it says 2 credit cards listed to the defendant were found. And then it says the fourth time it mentions her name. It says her purse was located in a hallway between the master bedroom leading to the attached bathroom, and that a co-defendant indicated, and the homeowner indicated that the defendant was at the home visiting at the time of the search warrant execution. Mere presence is not enough to support a possession charge. There's no allegation that she possessed any drugs.
Hold up,
And
hold
so
up,
we're
hold up.
asking
No,
that
no,
the
no, no,
court
no, no,
dismiss
no,
the
no. Hold up. The drug residue, the cocaine powder, was on April's credit cards. That's possession. That is possession. What the fuck is he talking about? That is absolutely possession. It was on her fucking credit cards. Oh, come on, man.
charge.
Ms. Pierce.
Your Honor, Ms. Imholt was found in the room where the drugs were found. She's only being charged with the drugs that were found immediately on top of her credit cards, which were active and not expired. One was a bank card, and her purse was found in the master bedroom suite, which between the master bedroom and the bathroom. And she was in the room when law enforcement executed the search warrant, and the drugs were out in the open on top of her immediate possessions, with the rest of the contents of her purse also in.
There's the whore herself. Yeah. I thought she was gonna say, and your Honor, the drugs were found on top of her breast, and Nick Rekieta was caught snorting the booger sugar off of her tits, as you see in so many movies, and it was actually quite surreal. It was quite theatrical, according to the police report, Your Honor.
Hey, why does this look so fucking evil now?
Y'all, man, it's nuts.
That room. While mere presence is not enough, that does show that she was in the room and creates a joint possession that she was using, or at least with one of the homeowners in that bedroom where the drugs were out in the open, on top of, literally on top of her property, of her bank cards.
Yo,
For today's purposes, I'm denying the motion.
True, it was in
without
Nick's studio.
prejudice.
True shit.
I think the motion is not as simple as the defense filing would make it seem, considering Ms. Pierce's take on the evidence, and that the motion to dismiss would be more appropriate for a Rule 11 motion where the parties could dive in a little deeper to present the court with the full flavor of the evidence. And so for today's purposes, it's denied. And Mr. Gallagher, would you like to combine Rule 5 and Rule 8 today?
Yes.
All right. Are you waiving reading of the complaint, deferring entry of a plea, and demanding an omnibus hearing?
Yes.
And are you wanting the contested omnibus hearing right away?
Um,
Or do you want to be on the uncontested block first?
I think we'd rather be in the uncontested block because every now and then discovery issues pop up.
Yep, and that's fine. The purpose in our county for the uncontested omnibus is for the defendant to either demand or waive the contested omnibus. So it does buy you a little time, and then the case is not assigned yet either. We'll assign it once.
Nick
you,
is sitting in the
demand or
corner.
waive
I mean,
omnibus.
he could be. He could very well be sitting
Thank
in the
you.
corner. She is in his house. What the fuck is up with the silence? Come on, people.
September 17th at 2:30.
That's out of 14 days.
Oh, sorry.
Would be the 11th at 2:45.
We would waive any time
Oh,
limits, by the way.
gosh, I'm thinking, I'm totally sorry. My fault. Okay, time is waived, so the 17th, a lot of our prosecutors are gone. And so
Okay.
let's go into,
So are they saying her trial is going to be December 11th? Interesting.
October 8th at 3:30.
Oh, October 8th. That's almost right around the corner.
That works for the state, Your Honor.
That works for me. I'm not sure if my client, is that a good date? April?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay.
all right, 3:30 on October 8th. That continues to be a remote appearance for uncontested omnibus. Ms. Pierce, what's the state?
Okay, so that's just the omnibus hearing. That's not the actual trial. That's basically the same thing as what Nick just had last week. Okay.
Its position on release.
Your Honor, this does involve the possession of controlled substances. We are requesting unconditional bail in the amount of $20,000, conditionally that she could be released on her own recognizance on the conditions that she have no use of controlled substances or alcohol that are not prescribed, submit to random testing, remain law-abiding, and report to probation as directed.
Mr. Gallagher.
Your Honor, I believe the allegations are very scant in this case, to the point that it would be inappropriate to have conditions of release on her. She's here on a summons. I don't know why we need to impose bail or conditions, especially testing.
Ms. Imholt, you're ordered to make all future court appearances arrive 15 minutes early.
The bitch was caught with cocaine on her credit card. I think there's a very good reason to have conditions for bail.
Ready to proceed. Keep in contact with Mr. Gallagher as he's your point of contact for all court business. You are to be booked on this charge, and you'll need to make arrangements to come into the courthouse in Candioi County and Wilmer any business day from the hours of 9 to noon or 1 to 4. And that's just for pictures and fingerprints. If you've already done this, then that has been satisfied. You are ordered to remain absolutely law-abiding You may gain your unconditional release by posting cash or bond in the amount of $20,000. In the alternative, I will release you on your own recognizance, subject to conditions. The conditions are as follows. Don't leave the state of Minnesota without prior court approval. Have no use or possession of alcoholic beverages or mood-altering substances that are not prescribed to you, and submit to any form of testing to verify that you are abstaining. The testing can be at the demand of law enforcement or probation. You are responsible for the cost of the testing. Failure to cooperate or failure to show up for testing is the same as using and providing a positive sample. You'd have no use or possession of firearms, dangerous weapons, ammunition, or explosives. You must meet with Candiway County Community Corrections initially to do intake for pretrial release monitoring of the court's conditions, and thereafter as they require. Their number is 320-231-6222, and you are required to call them and establish this relationship for pretrial release monitoring within the next 24 hours. All right, anything else to come before the court today, Mr. Gallagher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Pierce?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, matters adjourned. Thank you.
Show us how those tits far, April.
Yo! Yo!
Well, who said that?
Yo! That's crazy. Wait, hold up. Whoa.
Thank you.
Show us how those tits far, April.
Oh, look, there's observers up
shit.
there. Yeah, there's 2 observers. Yo. Somebody got into the car. That's crazy.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, matters adjourned. Thank you.
Show us how those tits far, April.
Wait, did somebody say that? Wait, did somebody said that online?
Yes.
Oh my
Yo.
God, bro.
Yo.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. That's insane, dude. That's insane. Now these stupid boomers, man. Like, this shit wouldn't happen if they actually knew how to work this fucking technology. That's insane. I mean, it's funny as fuck though, so I'll let it slide this time. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Now hold up here. I thought I saw something earlier. Hold on. Let me I thought I saw April do something earlier. Let's see if I can find it. I thought I saw her look off to the side at one point. Or was it? Hold on.
With the rest of the contents of her purse also in that room. While mere presence is not enough, that does show that she was in the room and creates a joint possession that she was using, or at least with one of the homeowners in that bedroom where the drugs were out in the open, on top of.
Right there. Oh my. Is she looking at Nick? Yo, is she looking at Nick right there? Who's she looking at? Who the fuck is she? Yo, is Nick coaching April throughout this whole thing? Is that who she's looking at? My God. Yo, Nick is now the corner demon. Yo. He's over there he's over there beating his meat. He's like, "That's right, April. I like it. I like it when you're in court, April. Yeah, that's hot. I want to fuck you in the courtroom, April. I want to fuck you right in front of the judge, and then I want to lick the judge's pussy. I want to drink liquor out of her pussy, April. Oh God." Yo, these people are so fucking degenerate. These people are like the worst fucking scum. This is fucking terrible, man. Like, this is like the fucking armpits of America. No, worse. It's a fucking ass. It's a fucking fat, sweaty ass crack of America. That's what these fucking people are. They're so fucking ridiculous. These are clowns, man. These are fucking clowns. Holy shit. I mean, they're disgusting. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but Nick was talking about how like his jury, like if this trial goes to a jury, then like the jury like may not be they may not be impartial. It may like cause a mistrial because of how small the population of his county is. And I'm like, dude, most counties have small populations. They're fucking counties, dude. They're tiny little things. Like if we go by that fucking standard, Nick Rekieta, then every fucking trial in the every jury trial in the history of the United States is fucking invalid. Shut the fuck up, Nick.
Wait, that fool said something like that? That's not smart.
It's like this is some of the most ridiculous fucking arguments. This is some of the most ridiculous fucking arguments. When this shit goes to trial, dude, and I don't know how long it's going to take for them to actually get to the actual fucking trial, but when they go to trial, it's going to be like so fucking good, man. I can't wait to see these motherfuckers roast alive. It's going to be fucking fantastic. We're going to be streaming this shit. I'm going to be making so much fucking like my subscriber count's going to go up. I'm going to be making the money, man. By that point, I should be fucking monetized as far as views go, but I'm going to be getting this. I mean, it's going to be fucking ridiculous. I'm going to be getting the super chats. I can't fucking wait, man. I cannot fucking wait. This is just like, I can't wait for Nick Rekieta to finally get his, like, the vindication. And when that fucking body cam footage comes out, the vindication is going to be fucking fantastic. I just cannot wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, as far as the nice screen pause game for real. Thank you. Nick's kids must be embarrassed too. Dude, I like the kids. I feel so sorry for the kids. Like, that's what pisses me off about this the most. It really is. Like, those kids, I can't believe they let the kids go back to his house. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyways, as far as the updates go, that's pretty much it. That's the April thing like just came out today. I just found out about it a couple of hours ago, but that's pretty much the updates as of right now. This is the ongoing saga of Nick Rekieta. It's fucking crazy. I wish I could have got to this sooner, but I got sick, guys. I do apologize about that, and I just couldn't stream because number one, I need to gather all the documents. I need to get all that shit together, and I just didn't feel like it. And also, I doubt you guys want to hear me sneeze and have a runny nose and cough and everything on the stream, which I still have a bit of that going on, but I'm good enough to where I wanted to stream. I was like, fuck it, we're doing this shit. Oh, man. Holy fuck. All right, so before I sign off, before we call it a night, I do want to say, go check out my new video I put up today. I did do a live reaction to the new Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer. Go check that shit out. I'm going to leave the link to that in the description box down below. Or not in the description box. Oh, my God. I'm going to leave a link to that in the chat. There you go. Go check out my review or my live reaction to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That shit is out right now, dog. Go check it out. The Acolyte review, I am going to have a new channel. Fuck, I can't talk. I am going to have a new video coming out this Friday that is going to be exclusive to the channel members for a week, and then it'll come out publicly. But that's going to be going up this Friday as well. So if you guys want to check that out, if you guys want to become channel members, hey, guess what? I am also going to be leaving the link for that in the chat. Go become a channel member or become a patron. You get the same benefits either way. It doesn't matter. You get the same benefits. And it's the same price. It's only $1.99 a month. Go check that out. There is the link in the chat to become a channel member. So go and check that out. It's only $1.99 a month. Be much appreciated. Anyways, that video is going to be coming out Friday. You guys are going to get that for a whole week to yourselves if you're a channel member or a patron. And it'll be going public a week later. So go and check it out. But yeah, we will definitely be talking more about Rekieta in the future, unfortunately. But that's going to do it for this one. That is the update for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's really all there is to say. That's really all there is to talk about. I might try and stream Friday, maybe. Not tomorrow. I need to work on the video for the channel members tomorrow, and finish getting that out and uploaded. But I might try and stream on Friday. We'll see how it turns out. All right. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Fucking Rekieta, man. Like, this saga just keeps getting crazier. Shit is insane. It is depressing on some level, but that's it. Dragon Man, thank you for showing up. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no doubt.
Chat, good engagement. Much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, become a channel member or a patron. You guys got a new video coming out this Friday, and it'll be all for you guys for a week before it gets released publicly. Go check it out. All right. So that being said, this is JeskerJames with a Z, and I am signing off.